Gladys, your hair is looking amazing as usual. Oh, I can't hear you. I think you're on mute, Auntie Gladys. You got it?
Can you hear me now?
There you are. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yesterday was wash day.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, and I was out at the house in the country, and I used that good old soft water out there. I love it. It just does so much better. So, yes.
It looks lovely. It looks like it's getting longer, too.
It is, and it's thickening up. It's growing in, and so when I'm twisting, the new hair is wrapping around the old hair, and I'm having to untangle, and it's just a voluminous head of hair that I'm having a hard time controlling.
Those are good problems to have.
Yes, I'm growing more hair.
Ooh, are you doing anything different?
No, well, what I do, I was having a problem detangling. So what I do now, I just slather on that conditioner and let it sit there for about 5 or 10 minutes, get in the shower, and it just washes on out. I don't spend 45 minutes detangling anymore.
Yeah, I hear you. It looks beautiful, Gladys.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Curl Corner. My name is Damara. I will be your host this evening. As everyone drops in, can you please drop a hello in the chat box? Let us know where you're joining us from. And what is one word you would use to describe your hair today? As people trickle in. I'll go first. Damara from New Jersey. And one word to describe my hair is clean. Today was wash day.
I'll do the same thing, clean, because yesterday was wash day. So I've got a clean head of hair.
Love that. And you know what I'm thinking, Gladys? I remember springtime, I was washing my hair more frequently because of allergies and pollen, and my hair started to grow faster. So I wonder if it's that clean scalp, making sure the scalp is clean, that helps with hair growth.
It does. And it's so hot and so humid here that I'm having trouble with dryness. So I'm washing more often than I was, because once it gets dry, you really have to just get in the shower and just let it soak up the water to revive itself. So the humidity and the heat has been just disastrous.
Yes, I hear you. Curls love hydration. Hello, Kimberly from Rhode Island. My hair is wavy. Hi, Kimberly. Let's see. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Winchester, Virginia. My hair needs to be washed day 4, I think. Hi, Chloe. Okay. Sorry. Hi from Los Angeles. Frizzy. Oh, sorry. We got you today. Don't worry. We're going to help. Karen Pratt. Hi, my hair is on day 5. Sweaty day. I'm from Northern Illinois. Welcome, Karen. Day 5. Wow. Donna Stewart. Hi, this is Donna from California. Today is wash day with my hair in twist. Nice. Thank you for joining us, Donna. Martina from Oakland. My hair is soft today. Nice. Noelle from Oregon. Curly. Love that. Hi, Julie. Aaliyah.
Hi, guys.
Ah, your hair looks great too.
I just did it today, girls.
All right. In time for Curl Corner. Aaliyah from New Jersey, wearing a ponytail with a big bow. Aaliyah, you got to show us that bow. Debbie from Oregon. Oh, we have 2 from Oregon. Today's hair is defined. Loving it. That's awesome. Jill from Vermont. Hello to everyone. My hair is clean and behaving. We love that. Angela from New Hampshire. My hair is still drying. Wash day. Okay. And Yvonne, hi from Louisiana, washed on yesterday and 5 braids. Awesome. So we all got something going on with our curls today. And I'm so happy you guys are spending your time with us. Let's give a big welcome to our CEO, Adria Marshall.
Hey, guys. It's the highlight of my month. I love seeing you guys. I'm so excited for tonight's session. It's going to be so good.
Yes. We also have my team member, Wendy. She's going to be keeping an eye in the chat box. Any questions you may have during the presentation, please drop them in the chat box. And we have our special guest, Avery. He's Ecoslay's chemist. He is coming with a wealth of knowledge. Hi, Avery.
Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today?
Great.
Great.
Good.
Okay.
Awesome.
So tonight he's going to help us separate protein facts from fiction. And in today's session, we're going to be decoding protein. We're going to be busting myths, answering questions. And I just wanted to give you all a reminder. Please don't be shy. This is a group of love. So if you have any questions during the presentation, just drop them in the chat box. And at the end of the presentation, we're going to reserve time to go through them. Sounds good?
Sounds good.
Okay, so as we go through the presentation, Avery is going to be busting some myths for us. Okay, let me share my screen. All right, can you all see that?
Yes.
Awesome. So the science of strong curls, protein decoded. I wanted to start off with us observing these 3 different hair textures. What do they need and how do you know? If anyone can shout out or drop it in the chat box, what do you think these 3 need and how do you know?
Hydration.
Okay, how do you know?
Dryness in the middle picture looks very dry. It needs moisture.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good answer. Anybody else?
I
would
agree.
say,
Oh, I'm sorry. Go on.
no, go right ahead.
I agree with Julie, but I think they could all use a little bit of protein too.
That's a good answer too. Yep,
Protein helps a lot.
it does. Debbie, what were you going to say?
I also was going to say protein, that the middle one, it's a problem that I have or had, that it almost was like mushy because I didn't realize I was over conditioning.
Oh, interesting. Those are good points you made. And Adria, how did you, what made you think they needed protein?
Yeah, the same. Definitely the girl in the middle. She needs probably a trim too. I'm thinking it's a little too late. For her. We're gonna let it go like Elsa, but my girl on the left, I think her curls could probably be a little bit more defined. She probably thinks she's wavy. She's probably curlier than she thinks. If she would get a little bit of protein, and I think on the right, not too bad, but she could probably use a little bit of protein just to get some extra bounce in there. Especially those curls in the front look a little lazy to me.
And in the chat box, we have Aaliyah saying they need deep conditioner. I agree, Aaliyah. Great answer. And sorry, the wavy hair looks dull, not shiny. That's also a great observation. I agree. So yeah, I definitely agree with you guys. Definitely moisture, a deep conditioning, but most importantly, protein would help these waves in the first picture pop. It would help the color damage that we see in the middle picture. We can see she has a lot of bleach damage. The curl pattern is stretched out. Her hair looks dry. So definitely a protein treatment will help her. And then this last photo, I noticed that she has heat damage. The bottom parts of her hair are straightened. Definitely a cut and a protein treatment would help them. So let's talk about protein. Hair is made mostly of keratin protein. And what keratin protein is, it's the main structural protein that makes up your hair, skin, and nails. In hair, keratin acts like the building material that gives each strand its strength, elasticity, and structure. Imagine your hair as a wall of Legos. So let's look at the bottom wall of Legos. It's solid, it's strong. Over time, heat, coloring, UV exposure, brushing, and everyday styling, what's going to happen is going to create tiny holes and weak spots, as we see on the picture to the right. It's not as solid, it's not as strong. So protein helps to reinforce those vulnerable areas. And if we look up at the top graphic, healthy versus damaged hair. Healthy hair looks like a smooth cuticle, and it has a strong cortex. That's the center of the hair cuticle. And signs of healthy hair is shiny and elastic. Now, when we look at the damaged hair, you have lifted and broken hair cuticle, a weakened cortex, and the hair is dry and brittle. Okay, Avery, you're up. Can you bust this myth this myth for us. If your hair looks healthy, it's healthy on the inside. True or false?
I would have to go with false. Just because the outside appears to be healthy, it's not on what's happening on the inside. Oftentimes, our hair has been conditioned heavily or has silicones or oils. So it might mimic healthy hair by showing shine or all this elastic bounce and volume. But once you wash your hair and reset it, if it doesn't bounce back to around to where it was when it was conditioned and this, then there's a good indicator that it's not as healthy as it might seem.
Mm,
A false for
false.
that.
Thank you, Avery. I agree. Thank you for busting that myth. Okay, let's talk about moisture versus protein. They are teammates, guys. They are not opponents. Moisture gives your hair flexibility, and protein gives your hair strength. Healthy curls, we need both. If you have too much moisture, you're going to have limp, mushy curls, prone to breakage. And if you have too much protein, you're going to have stiff, dry, straw-like curls. So balance is everything. As we could see with this scale here, we want to have everything nice and balanced, like most things in life, right? Okay, Avery, you're up. Bust this myth. Protein overload is way more common than people think. True or false?
False. Protein overload. I guess the overrated. It's usually not the true problem. So most people might think, oh, they experience protein overload after they do any protein treatment, or use any protein. But it could be a number of other. Your hair could be dry. It could be your hair is like has low porosities, or the proteins to get hairs on top. So it might appear to be stiff on the outside. Oh, audio's cutting out.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So basically, with protein overload, protein is hard, and brittle. So if it just top of your hair, it can make your hair appear like it's hard and stiff, when actually it's just like a build on top of the hair. So it's not flexible or because it's just kind of like the Legos, like reinforce them. It's hard to break them apart. But it just layers on top to create this big film. Even if it's not as it may seem, that appearance of like a crunchiness or like hard and rigidness, and the flexibility that and bounce that you would normally have with the hair. So it could be other, not related to strictly.
Avery, I'm sorry, you're still cutting in and out. It's hard to understand.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. We just want to hear all the goodness that you have for us tonight.
Yes. Let me see if I can connect.
You may want to try joining from your phone for the audio, possibly. Just a suggestion. Or but we want to see you.
Oh, you saying connect to my phone instead of?
Yeah, you may want to do
connect
audio from your phone, maybe.
Okay, got it. Let's see if that'll work. Let's see. Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is a good suggestion. If that doesn't work, then we can try cutting off the video.
Mm-hmm. While we're waiting for Corey, has anyone here believed they've experienced protein overload by any chance?
My hair loves protein.
Your hair loves protein?
Oh, yes. It does. My curls bounce back big time from it. I love it. Matter of fact, I did protein today in my hair, and it was like boom.
I see your curls are popping, Julie.
Yes, they are. They're still wet too.
They look so pretty.
Thank you. Thank you. I still have my
Hello?
clip in. Sorry.
Can you hear me now?
We
Yeah.
can
Is
hear
it
you.
better?
I
Yes.
think it's better.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, so back to the protein overload.
Mhm.
It's not as it's harder to say that you would experience protein overload. So for a lot of people to say that they experience protein overload, they might be experiencing other things. So with that, it could be that they're using an incorrect protein treatment suited for their hair. So someone with high porosity will use maybe a higher strength protein than someone with a lower porosity hair would, because it's easier for the protein to go inside the hair and lock and deposit on the hair shaft than one that has lowered or flattened cuticle shafts on the hair shaft, so that it's difficult and it just kind of piles on top instead of penetrating inside the hair
Mhm.
and reinforcing it that way. So most of the protein stacks on top and creates like a rigid film instead of going inside and patching up those holes in the cuticle, and allowing the hair to be flexible yet still strengthened and structured.
Got it. Thank
So I
you.
hope that was a little better.
Yes, it's so much better. Thank you. Okay. So, does everyone need protein? Yes, but not everyone needs the same amount. Hair that loves protein. So, these are the types of hair that really love protein. If you're color treated, yes. Heat styled, yes. High porosity, yep. Fine hair, yes. Chemically processed, absolutely. And hair that may need less, like Avery mentioned, low porosity hair that the hair cuticle is pretty flat and smooth, they may need less, as well as healthy virgin hair, because your hair hasn't gone through anything. The cuticle has not been raised. So before Avery answers this, I'm going to ask you guys, what do you think? True or false? All hair types, wavy, curly, coily, and kinky, need the same amount of protein. True or false? You can write it in the chat box, or you can shout it out.
False.
False. Okay. We got false, false, false. Okay. Oh, okay. We got a bunch of false. Okay, Avery, let us know. True or false?
So everyone that said false, you are correct. So depending on the hair, and less about the hair type, more about the condition of the hair. So most times when you are craving protein is when your hair has gone through a good amount of stress. So whether that's heat stress by heat styling, chemical stress by texturizer perms, anything to that nature, color treatments, all those things affect the hair. Even just being outside when it's very, very hot, UV radiation, all that can affect your hair. So that will affect how you use protein and how your hair needs protein. So if you're in an environment where it's very hot, you're using flat irons a lot, all of those things, you will need protein a little more than someone with very healthy virgin hair would.
Yes.
So it's more of the condition and less about the type of hair.
Thank you, Avery. All right. So signs your hair wants more protein. So if you're wondering, does my hair need protein? Let's see. Your curls may be asking for help if they are mushy when wet, if your curl pattern is stretched out. Normally it's your ends. Well, it could be anywhere in your hair, but mostly it's the ends that get more stretched out. If your hair is breaking easily, so if you're detangling, your hair's just snapping off. If your hair will not hold your curl pattern, and if it's limp after styling. So if we see the young lady on the left, her curls are bouncy, shiny, healthy looking. You can see her curl pattern from root to tip, as opposed to the picture on the right where the curl pattern is pretty stretched out. Her hair looks more dull and she just looks more sad. But yes, this is a good visual of when your hair needs protein. Okay, before Avery answers, all of the Curl Corner community, let's see. All protein treatments are basically the same. True or false? What do you guys think? Okay, false, 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 false. Noel, false. Gladys, false. Yvonne, false. Sorry, false.
Yes.
Chloe, the size of the protein molecule matters. Okay, Avery, tell us what's up.
So the answer is false.
Yay.
But very true on the size of the protein matters. So the size of the molecule itself, proteins can be breaking down into amino acids and peptides. Those penetrate deeper into the hair. So look for those if you need deep penetration to help with more of the moisture retention and elasticity. If you need more structural fortification on like the outside, the cuticle itself, then you want to go with something with a larger molecular size, like a hydrolyzed wheat protein, for example. So yes, the size matters in this case, and not all protein treatments are the same. Basically, because that with each type of protein, you have different sets of amino acid structures, and each set of amino acids kind of does a different function or purpose on repairing the hair itself. So,
look at
yes,
that.
it's pretty heavy, pretty layered information.
Yeah, Chloe knew though. Chloe.
Yeah.
I did.
Awesome.
Read a few articles.
Awesome. So we're going to ask you questions at the end, Chloe. All right. So if you guys have not already met Matcha Boost, let me introduce you to Ecoslay's Matcha Boost. That is their plant-based protein treatment to help reinforce the hair structure, improving the look and feel of weak, fragile strands. It's designed to add strength and elasticity to your hair. It fills in microscopic gaps in the hair cuticle for smooth, sealed, shiny strands, and it helps to reduce breakage. It's an incredible treatment, and I have a little video demonstrating what it looks like. It's a cream. Let's check it out.
Straight hair was cool, but I'm craving my curls.
So this is what I always do after I straighten my hair. A protein treatment. As you may know, when you apply heat to your hair, whether it be the blow dryer, the flat iron, that can be damaging to our strands. And we need to add protein back into our strands to help smooth the hair cuticle. It helps repair damage, it helps with elasticity, and it helps to strengthen your strands to avoid breakage. And that's what it looks like. It's a really nice lightweight cream. You apply and leave it on according to, there we go, the curls are back. If you haven't tried Matcha Boost, on the website, when you look it up, there is a table that lets you know how long to leave it on your hair according to your porosity, according to the health of your hair. And it's anywhere between 5 to 30 minutes. And you'd want to follow it up with banana cream deep conditioner. Okay, let's ask everyone first. If your hair reacts poorly to protein once, you must be protein sensitive. True or false? What do you guys think? Okay, false, false, false. Not sure. Okay. False, false, false. Okay. P gas can interact with other treatments. Okay, false. Okay, Avery, tell us?
So the answer to this is false. So it could be kind of like what we mentioned previously, that you aren't just using the protein suitable for your hair condition. So depending on what you have going on. So if you are color treated, you want to use a protein that's suitable and more geared towards color treated hair, like a hydrolyzed quinoa. If you have like heat damage, you might want to use baobab, hydrolyzed baobab, because that helps to repair UV and thermal stress on the hair. So according to the protein type, kind of depicts where you need to go and what protein treatment you need to pick, depending on how your hair, what it needs.
Got it. Got it. And the main ingredients in Matcha Boost, they're hydrolyzed quinoa protein, hydrolyzed keratin, which is from wheat and soy, and then it has matcha extract too. How does the matcha extract help?
So the matcha extract is more of an antioxidant, and that's more for the scalp. Less on the hair. I mean, it does help protect against UV damage, but it's mostly for the scalp to fight against oxidative stress, which breaks down proteins and kind of degrades the hair a little faster. So that's how the matcha aspect works. But it also is the hydrolyzed keratin. It's actually instead of animal keratin, it's a vegetable keratin instead. It's an alternative. So that's mixed with wheat and soy amino acids that actually penetrate the hair shaft a little deeper than just a protein that will layer on top of the hair.
Love
so
that.
it kind of does a full spectrum of repair.
Yes, it's very effective. Love it. Okay, here we go. A question for you guys. Your hair responds to protein the same way all year long. True or false? False. False, 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 false. Okay, Avery, let us know.
So this is false. Because, with seasons, your hair goes through different cycles. So your hair sheds a little bit more in the spring and the fall time. In the winter time, it's more, it can be easily dehydrated. So it loses elasticity. So you might not need as much protein, maybe just focus more on the hydration and moisture retention. So it kind of just depends on multiple factors, but that does impact how your hair deals with protein.
Got it. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, guys. Protein is only for damaged or curly hair, not silver hair. Bust this myth. What do you guys think? False. False. Aaliyah, false. Jill, false. Karen, false. Adria, false. All in caps. Yvonne, false. Okay, Avery, tell us.
So actually, silver hair can benefit pretty heavily from protein. Because it's more porous than regular hair is, it's missing that melanin in there. So it just becomes a lot more porous and wiry. So adding that structure helps to strengthen it and avoid breaking, which is easy for gray hair. So it can benefit a lot. Just make sure, again, you're using the correct protein.
So I have a question. You mentioned that silver hair could be more wiry. It could be a little bit more unruly. So does the protein treatment help tame it a bit more then? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so it helps to give it more structure, more reinforcement. So when your hair is more damaged and it is requiring or needing more protein, a part of what protein can do is help the hair retain moisture. And that's something that gray hair kind of is poor at, retaining moisture. So that's why it looks a little limp and wiry and kind of unruly. So it kind of helps to strengthen and also hold the moisture that your hair does soak in a little longer.
You see that, Silver Queens in here?
Yes.
We need that protein.
Protein is our best friend.
Protein.
Protein is our best friend.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. Well, those are all of my questions. Thank you guys for joining us at Ecoslay's Curl Corner. Please enjoy the promo code CCProtein15 for 15% off discount on your next purchase. Expires midnight August 1st. Okay. Now I'm opening up the floor to you guys. I know we learned so much just now. What questions do you have for Avery or Adria? Please, you can raise your hand, you can call out, or you can drop them in the chat box. Chloe has her hand up. Go ahead, Chloe.
Hi. So as you can see, I have a white streak here, and it is a lot softer and more baby fine. And I feel like it has different protein needs than the darker parts of my hair. So tell me a little bit more about that, if you could, please.
Okay. So that is true. What are you typically using as a protein source?
I use well, mostly I in the summer I use a lot of Knox gelatin protein treatments, but then so I have to clarify my hair because it's quite fine, and I get a lot of buildup. But then now I'm blanking on the things that I have found things that have, I'm always carefully reading the labels. And so I have a variety pack of different options. And I do use Matcha Boost. That helps too. I need to pull that out of the refrigerator because it got caught behind some other things, but it does work really well. And I try not to, I never leave my conditioner in. I always, even just a leave-in, I rinse that out right away because I don't need, my hair is pretty healthy. I don't need much conditioning. So I have to be really careful not to over condition.
So it probably would benefit from something a little stronger, something that's a little larger as well. So something that, so like any hydrolyzed keratin or hydrolyzed wheat alternative will give you a little more strength and structure because it's larger. So it's going to give you more, I guess, rigid, you know what I mean? But it's going to give it more structure in a way that it's not going to be as flat and soft. So anything that's going to soften it will kind of penetrate it a little longer, a little deeper. So aim for protein treatments that are based on stuff that's going to give it more hardness and less elasticity. So you want that film because you need it for the structure, but you also need it to penetrate a little bit because you still want to keep it to be flexible. And still be able to spring back. So just a balance of both, but you do need to make sure that you clarify before your protein treatments every time, just so that it effectively deposits upon the hair. And it could also be the length and time that you're leaving it on as well. So I would kind of play around within reason, of course, and see what you can do to kind of increase how long it stays at least deposited.
Yeah,
because they'll wear off eventually through just daily.
Yeah, thank you. It does make a difference with curl structure when and what does the Knox gelatin, what kind of protein molecule is in that?
So it's actually just, I'm pretty sure it's just bovine gelatin. So just, it's actually not hydrolyzed or anything. So it is like the heaviest film that you're probably going to get. Then something that's a hydrolyzed protein or a peptide, because those are broken down into smaller molecules that penetrate the hair a little more. So you might just benefit from doing a little more of the hydrolyzed protein, just because it does a better job at depositing upon the hair, and less of the gelatin, because that just is more of a film former, and less of a kind of depositing protein treatment.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Avery. Okay, Karen Pratt had a question. My red hair does have silver in it. How long would I leave the matcha boost in for? My hair is very fine. What do you think, Avery?
I think it's a better question for Adria. If she's still on,
Well,
she's the most familiar with matcha boost.
matcha boost. So let me see. So your hair is red, and so is your hair lightened to be red? I'm imagining. Is that right? Or is your hair naturally darker or I mean, is it naturally lighter and you darken it and go red?
This is my hair, so
Okay,
I don't need
yeah.
to see.
Okay.
Okay.
I haven't colored it or highlighted or low lighted it in over probably 2 years now.
Okay. Got it.
That's
So
pretty much mine.
okay, and so I'm trying to see and so the gray is just coming in as well, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm almost 60, so I'll be like my grandma. My grandma had red hair until she passed away.
Gotcha.
So my red pretty much predominates my hair. So in the sunlight, you can see the silver streaks.
Okay, gotcha.
So I did use the like some of the silver slay stuff, and I like the conditioner a lot.
Yep.
But I think I like the cleanser on the Ecoslay side is the
Chai latte.
yes, that one.
Okay.
I like that one a little bit better.
Got it.
Cleanser.
Yep. So as for the matcha, my hair loves protein. My gray hair loves protein. And so for me, I use matcha boost every week. And I just leave it in for about 5 minutes while I'm in the shower. And that does the trick for me. I do like to do a heavier protein treatment every month as well. So right now I'm using the Apogee protein treatment. I can put it in the chat as well, the one that I use, but I use a heavier one because I think you pretty much heard us say that as your hair gets grayer and grayer, it starts to really crave protein. And so I do a super deep protein treatment once a month, and then I use matcha every single week. So I can put a link in the chat into the one that I use every month.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Adria, how long do you leave that on for? The one you do like once a month, the one you said you.
Yep. So the instructions for the Apogee is you put it on when you're in the shower, you get out the shower and you use a blow dryer and it really infuses it onto the hair strands. And then you get back in the shower and rinse it out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thanks.
No worries.
Really a great question for matcha boost. Do you suggest adding heat to it or just letting it sit on its own?
Because I only use it for about 5 minutes is all I see that I need it for, probably because I do it every week and I'm in the shower. It's already pretty hot and steamy in there. That seems to work fine for me.
Awesome.
But yes, as a general rule, I think Avery will agree that if you use heat, it will allow it to penetrate deep. But my showers are pretty hot and steamy, as my husband reminds me.
So like the heat aspect, or like maybe a hooded dryer or like a steam cap even, allows your hair cuticles to lift and kind of raise up a little bit. So it allows the proteins to get it in there a little more and really like lock in. So when your hair, when you condition your hair after protein treatments and your cuticles are all laid down, it kind of locks all that good protein inside. So you always want to follow up your protein treatments with something very moisturizing, just to make sure that you have that balance. So it kind of fights the rigidness and the hard and stiffness that kind of protein will make it feel from time to time.
So Avery, this is Donna Stewart. I posted a question in chat, but I'll go ahead and speak to it here. I'm trying to understand what type of protein is needed for my hair. I live in Palm Springs, California area, which is the desert, and my hair type 4 is coarse, low porosity. And in the past, when my stylist applied protein, because she kept telling me I need protein, but my hair would break. It would break every time she applied protein. So I'm hearing on this call that
Mhm.
everyone's hair needs protein. I'm trying to determine, well, what type of protein is needed for my hair. And my hair is gray hair, and I've gone through menopause.
Got it. Got it. Okay, so I would suggest that you use something with a very low molecular weight and size. And just start with a lower dosage of protein. Since you're in like the desert and it's very dry, you probably need more moisture than you do protein. Because that if you have too much protein and not enough moisture, that can easily break your hair. That is probably what's happening more than the protein overload or your hair not liking the protein. You're just probably not getting the amount of moisture needed for the amount of protein that your hair is experiencing. So if you do use a protein, just make sure that it's a very light protein treatment or a conditioner with a protein inside, not just solely a protein treatment, because that might just be too much for your hair to handle, seeing that it is low porosity. But it still might need some protein because you still are going through the fragility of having gray hair. So you might just need to find that balance and figure out, yeah.
Because for the past year, I've avoided protein because of the experience of the breakage.
Right.
I avoided it. So, but I hear what you're saying. I'm just trying. I'm sure that she didn't apply just straight protein. I'm sure that it had some sort of conditioning. But I'll follow up and see, and see if it was conditioning and protein together, and see if that makes a change. I appreciate your feedback.
Yeah. And just make sure that you're not only getting the hydration part, but you're actually getting the sealing the hydration too. So because your hair is gray, it's more porous and you're losing moisture faster. That might kind of speed up the effect of the hardness and the breaking, because you're losing the moisture that maybe the treatment kind of helped at first, but because your hair is so porous, you need something to seal in the moisture when you do a protein treatment so that it doesn't quickly leave, and then lead to that stiffness and that dryness and that breaking.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Hello.
I got a question.
Yes.
Okay, so when I wash my hair, usually I wash it about once a week. When I wash it, I feel like I'm losing hairballs. I mean, how much is a lot of hair? I mean, I know it's 1 week, so I know you're going to get some shedding, but like how much? It doesn't seem like it's a lot, but I just want to make sure that it's not like, oh my God, my hair is falling out,
Got it. I guess that's a more difficult thing to answer more because it kind of differs from person to person.
Right.
So I'm not really sure what's a typical amount of shed. Like you're going to shed. That's something, but there is an excessive amount of shedding that can happen. But it's hard for me to kind of identify what that looks like for you. But if you think it's an excessive amount of shedding, it could be beyond just protein. It could be like dietary. So it's a lot of things that can lead to thinning and shedding, and breakage as well, not just like topical things.
Right.
So it might be something to explore other than just topical. But using a little bit of protein inside a shampoo could help with that.
I do that.
Breaking and shedding too as well.
Yeah, I do that. I use that.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say, Julie, if you're at a point where one day you've got handfuls and you're like, oh my gosh. If you say, oh my gosh, that means maybe see a doctor and then you get blood work done.
I'm thinking it's a lot, but it's probably, like a small amount. But remember, I go 1 week and I have like a lot of hair. So that could be it too, but it's not like excessive. Like I don't see like big hairballs, like, you know, like big hairballs. It's
Okay.
Yeah. And if you go a whole week, then that makes more sense to see more hair falling out.
correct.
As opposed to if you're washing your hair every 2 days, you're gonna see a lot less.
Right, correct.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. I'm like, okay, I'm doing everything the right way.
Your hair looks beautiful.
Thank
Okay,
you.
I know Aaliyah had her hand up before. Aaliyah, do you have a question?
Yeah, I wanted to ask Avery about products that have like protein in it.
Mhm.
Like, is that a good option to use? Because I did a mask. It was good because Adrian told me to try a mask, so I did a protein mask, and it felt strong. 'Cause I never used protein before, but my hair felt strong, and so I started getting a little leave-in that came with the product. And I noticed my hair felt strong, but I was cautious because I heard in the past it was making hair hard after a while. So I stopped using it. But when do you know when you should stop before it gets to? Because I know it will get like, I don't know. People say hard, it would make your hair hard, and you lose the softness. When would be a point where you would recognize the signs?
I guess signs of protein overload. I feel like it's a lot of things. So I feel like most people won't be able to tell if it's truly protein overload until they've clarified their hair. So a lot of times with you just adding product on product on product, you're adding to like the buildup on top of the hair shaft. So once it built up enough, it's just going to become hard and rigid. And then that can add to the breaking aspect as well. So if you can wash your hair thoroughly, and if it's not mushy or it isn't like limp or loss of structure, then you're pretty okay with protein. You could probably use a little bit just to give it a little more structure, bounce, and elasticity, but you don't need a lot more. So if your hair is like mushy, it just looks a little limp, a little dull, a little frail, then I would say maybe pick up that thing with the protein, the leave-in conditioner. But I wouldn't just use it every day. I would space it out. Yeah, just don't stack it on. I would recommend.
Avery,
Protein overload is straw-like texture. So if somebody's using protein a lot and their hair feels straw-like straw, that is protein overload. That's when you have to stop using protein and rebalance with something moisturizing. And that's when banana cream can come into play.
Right.
Mentioning about a gel, because I switch gels. Like, I'd like to try different gels. I'm trying to find my main gel. That's one of my little journey I've been on. I switched the gel, and I noticed the gel has protein as well in it. A lot of these gels have protein in it. That's something I was wondering, because like years ago my hair broke off. I used to wear a ponytail, and back my hair broke off. My sister did too. I used to use the little brown gel, and in the back it just broke off, and I stayed away from that brown gel. What about that? Because a lot of this stuff is infused with protein. Like I said, the leave-ins now, the hair gels got protein already in it as well.
So a lot of things do have protein, but it's just important to monitor the amount and the levels. So you don't want to use a shampoo with a protein treatment, a conditioner with a protein, and then a leave-in with a protein. If you do a protein treatment, you might want to skip stylers with protein. If you do kind of like a conditioner with protein in there and it's a low level, you might from time to time, maybe if your leave-in has protein in there, you might use it after day 2 or 3. But don't just, like I said, don't stack it. Make sure you spread it out and make sure you're getting enough moisture. So it's really the moisture that matters the most. You want to make sure that you're balancing that rigidness with the moisture that's going to give you that flexibility. So That's
Yeah.
the most important part of the protein. You just need that balance.
For me,
Also, I want to add in too that I think it's really important to document what you're doing. And so if you guys don't already have a journal or a way to document, there's a free app that me and Dr. Gaby worked on together. It's called the Curl Compass. And it allows for you to say what your wash day was like, which products you use. Oh, you have one too.
I actually created this. I've created this specifically for wavies and curlies. It's called the Hair Chronicles of Girl Scouts All Things Hair. It actually has 50 sections. There's appointments, wash day, refresh day, good hair day, bad hair day, and 50 pages of line notes. And it allows you to track everything with your hair as much as you need, whenever and what order. And I've also included one of the most important things which is your current weather, because we all know our weather plays the most important role in how we take care of our hair and what products work. So I actually have created these for sale.
Wonderful. Put the link in the chat, Stacy. That's amazing. Also, I'll put the link for the Curl Compass in the chat as well. So documenting your journey, taking your pictures, seeing what it was like on this day, what you use, all that stuff is really important.
Yeah. I would say definitely get to know your hair, because there's no one size fits all. What your friend is doing that is awesome for her hair may or may not work for your hair. So it's important to get to know what your hair feels like, how it reacts when you stretch it, and again, pay attention to after you do a treatment, how does your hair feel and look after? Jot it down, take a photo. And I would say, remember the scale that I showed in the visual of moisture and protein. You want to keep it balanced. Definitely, if you're doing everything protein, you're going to experience that straw-like texture that Stacy mentioned. And I had my own experience, the same thing. My hair was getting really straw-like. I'm like, why? And it's because I found protein and I was like, ooh, and it kept doing it until I realized, oh, I got to balance this out with moisture. So definitely try, the word is balance. Okay, so that was an awesome chat, Aaliyah. Thank you. Okay, Sari has a question. I've been using Matcha Boost on clarifying days. I leave it in for 10 minutes, following up with a deep conditioner. I have a rough frizzy patch in the back, which the Matcha Boost hasn't had any effect on. Am I leaving it on too long or not long enough? I'm mostly 2B, but those rough bits are more like 2C, high density. What do you guys think? Adria, what do you think? You're on mute.
You're on mute.
Adria, you're on mute.
Sorry, I was saying, say that one more time. I was responding to sorry in the chat.
Oh, that's the question we were asking about.
Oh, about her having trouble logging into the Curl Compass?
Oh,
no.
Yes, that's what I was responding to.
Here's the question again. Okay. I've been using Matcha Boost on clarifying days. I leave it in for 10 minutes, following up with a deep conditioner. I have a rough frizzy patch in the back, which the Matcha Boost hasn't had any effect. Am I leaving it on too long or not long enough? I'm mostly 2B, but those rough bits are more like 2C, high density.
So my first question is, and so you're doing that on your clarifying days. Are you deep conditioning on a regular basis?
So I only deep condition on my clarifying days. So I have the other times I just use like a regular conditioner.
It sounds to me like your hair needs more moisture, especially that particular area. And so if you feel like you don't want to deep condition more than once a month everywhere else, like the rest of your hair is fine, although I would question that. But definitely sounds like that patch of hair needs more regular deep conditioning. That's what I think.
Okay. And for the Matcha Boost, should I continue leaving it on for 10 minutes or less time, more time?
I mean, are you seeing good results with the rest of your hair with that time period?
I think so. I take photos of my hair every time I do a wash day. I think maybe because I like to do brush curls. So I think maybe those bits have gotten a bit more curly or retain the curl
Mhm.
more. So yeah,
Yeah.
just use,
So you may want to try using matcha twice a month and see if you
yeah, that's
notice
what
it.
I do.
Oh, you said
I
twice
do.
a month clarifying days. I think that's fine. You may want to try a third week just to see if you see any difference. But if not, I think twice a month for your 10 minutes is fine. But for that dry patch, that's saying that you probably need more moisture in that area.
Okay, thank you.
And sorry, when you're styling, make sure that patch that tends to get frizzy, make sure you have enough hydration, enough water. Water is your best friend as well. And then lock in that moisture with your styler. Make sure you have enough orange marmalade or jello shot, whatever you're applying, make sure you have enough of it. Focus a little bit more in that area too.
Yeah, I try to get, it's Sari, not sorry. Yeah, I try to get that part really wet and I actually make sure that I like clip up my hair so that I'm applying to make sure that I get product just on, in addition to the rest of my hair, but I just make sure to pay extra special attention to that bit.
Yeah.
I really think it is deep conditioning, Sari. I think it is. I would love you to try that next time. Make sure that is on your clarifying day, so you can really penetrate in there. Use it before you use. After you use the matcha boost, and really let it sit in there for 30 minutes. And try that twice a week. Twice a month, and let's see if that helps make a difference.
All right, thank you.
No worries.
Thank you. Okay. We have a comment from Debbie. Adria, I just ordered the Apogee system, but haven't tried it yet. My hair gets easily over moisturized. Should I still use banana cream after the Apogee treatment, as it already comes with a conditioner?
Yeah, definitely. That's a high power protein treatment. I would definitely recommend using a good moisturizing treatment afterwards. I believe I responded to the comments as well. And I definitely love our matcha boost more than their deep conditioner that comes with it as well.
Okay. All right. I see you responded to a bunch. Is there any that we have missed? If we have missed your question, please shout out right now and we'll get to your question right now.
I was responding to Sari also. Sari, were you saying that you downloaded the Curl Compass?
Yeah, but I have an Android. It did show on the Android, and so I downloaded, and then when I go to log in, it said some kind of error message and then takes me right back to the login. And I tried a couple times deleting it and then downloading it, because that's often what they suggest. So maybe it doesn't play nice with Android, because it seems like a great app. I'd love to be able to use it.
Got it. Okay, I will reach out to you separately and we can try to troubleshoot that and see what's going on there.
Thank you so much.
No worries.
Okay. All right. So I think we got to all the questions. Yep. Thank you guys for joining us today. A big thank you to Avery for joining us. You just helped this conversation go to the next level. Thank you. Thank you to Adria. Thank you everyone who joined us. Please make sure you drop your email address in the chat box so that you can get your Curl Cash. And we will see you next time. When the feedback form arrives in your email, drop the feedback. Let us know how we can make this better for you guys. We enjoy spending time with you, and we thank you for spending time with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Great night.
Bye.
Good night. Good night.